Since I fell ill 17 years ago, I've been forced to live much of my life housebound. I was isolated and sealed off from the outside world. The experience has been hard, all the more so because my life before illness was so full of travel. And I spent much of my childhood growing up in Africa, India, and France. Sometimes being housebound has made me feel like a wounded bird whose wings have been clipped. But fortunately, after 14 years of illness, my condition had improved just enough that I could pursue my dream of living in Paris part of each year. Words cannot begin to describe how thrilling it's been for me. I feel as if I've regained or partially regained a lost part of myself, a part that had been submerged in a wash in a sea of illness. I still feel trapped by the weight of my illness at times, but there have been small victories won, and living in Paris has been a beautiful one. Shortly after arriving in Paris, though, I was surprised by how much I had forgotten about what it's like to live abroad. I forgot how the experience often challenges my beliefs and assumptions about life, ones that I've never questioned before. This doesn't tend to happen when I visit a country as a tourist, because as a tourist I tend to experience the country in more limited ways, but living there is a different story. And thinking about the meaning of a smile would be a good example of how my assumptions can be challenged in important ways, even about seemingly small things. You see, as Americans, we tend to be brought up to smile automatically. We smile often, and we smile at everyone. The French don't tend to be this way. They tend to reserve their smiles for people they know well or for occasions that they think deserve it. The French can interpret a smile so differently than we Americans do. If you smile at a French person who you don't know well, he or she may think that you're weak, naive, and fake. At best, some French find the way that some Americans walk down the street grinning from ear to ear to be superficial. At worst, some French can think that it makes us look like idiots. You may not notice this cultural difference if you're in Paris on a short stay, because the French government has even waged a campaign in recent years encouraging the French to smile at tourists. I'm told they did so because they feared they were losing tourism business due to a reputation for rudeness. But given the different meaning of a smile in France, it goes without saying that not smiling at someone isn't necessarily seen as rude there. This is an important lesson in cultural difference that may seem minute, but can end up being surprisingly large.